As the world responds to the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, UN Secretary-General António Guterres has said that the planet's unfolding environmental crisis is an even deeper emergency. Daniel Schmid is Chief Sustainability Officer for SAP. Daniel, why does SAP believe we need tangible action now to make this our decade of delivery for climate?
Indeed, tangible action is urgently needed. So time is of the essence. And it's not a no either or question. We need to address both the health crisis and the climate crisis. And COVID-19 will reduce global emissions in 2020 by almost 8%. But more is needed for the 1.5 Celsius scenario, to which SAP also committed. And we have now the unique window of opportunity to build back better. So public policies need to drive sustainable recovery, and businesses, we need to engage too in reshaping a more inclusive, resilient, and circular economy.
Why is it important that businesses address the climate concerns and expectations of diverse stakeholders to accelerate meaningful change on this issue?
You need to understand and you need to consider the stakeholder expectations. It is so critical for the future success of your company. Consumers, we love more and more to choose brands taking environmental and social responsibility seriously. Employees love to work for a company which is a thought leader and front runner when it comes to sustainability. Governments, the upcoming national and international regulations likely to require more and more environmental impact information. Finally, the investors, environment, social and governance criteria are more and more embedded in the analysis of the mainstream investors.
SAP announced its Climate 21 program at Sapphire Now in June. How is SAP enabling your customers to act on climate?
Through the Climate 21 program, SAP supports and enables organizations globally to sample, assess, and act on their carbon emissions footprint along the entire value chain. Sampling the CO2 emissions data on all levels of the enterprise means to create the initial transparency you need in order to understand the sources of your CO2 footprints. And the first product we have in place is called SAP Product Carbon Footprint Analytics, doing exactly that. It tracks the carbon emissions on a product level, including production, raw materials, and the energy use and transport. The second part is assessing the CO2 emissions inputs. So with that, SAP aims to enable customers to visualize their emissions inventory, to analyze the trends, conduct benchmarking, and finally to identify focus investments with the greatest opportunity to transition to more responsible emission management, to bring down the emissions. And that leads me finally to the third part of our overall program roadmap, acting in order to reduce the emission input. So SAP aims to provide integration tools that help to operationalize then the climate plans.
Thanks for watching. Throughout summer 2020, we'll have more videos about how SAP is helping businesses become more sustainable, inclusive, and purpose-driven. Click now to watch the ones we've released so far, and please subscribe to see the others as they come out.